It's amazing to me when I see a bunch of guys that I realized were just like the little kids I've been working with in juvenile hall. It was kind of crazy to see this comparison of these guys with these little kids. And when I talk to these guys and I go to them, tap them and go, hey, you did a really good job, they'll start crying. I never heard those before. My dad never told me that before. My dad would hit me with the guitar, you know, all these stories. And it's amazing to me if you just take care, as we all know, of your kids and love them and treat them right. And they're like little flowers, that they'll grow, they'll shine. But if you beat them down and you treat them bad, we all know what happens. Matt and I talk about this all the time, right? It's a crazy thing. Can I read a couple things out of the book? Because I know people ask me if I would do that and stuff. So I'm gonna start with one of my favorite stories. She knows. Now, there was an orientation outside of the gates of San Quentin. Now, has anybody ever been to California and seen San Quentin? I know you have, Wes. All you guys have. It's pretty awesome. It's a really, really big place. And so I said to my wife, "Hey, honey, do you want to go down for an orientation?" Come on. She's like, I don't want to do that or not. So I thought, you know, it'll be fine. So we're driving down to the city and go, hey, look, just let me take care of it. Don't say a word. I got it covered. It's good, man. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I've been doing this now for a while. I can handle it. So it goes like this. I had to go to an orientation last Saturday morning at the Q, on the outside of the walls. So I brought my wife because she'd never been up so close to the prison. I thought it'd be really cool for her. After class was over and I said goodbye to everybody, shaking their hands, I shook my boss's hand and thanked her, by the way, not him, her, my boss in San Quentin, that all these guys respected. Her, well, not that short, but. I thanked her for the chance to teach all the inmates music in San Quentin. My wife and I decided to go to the prison gift shop where people can buy stuff and the inmates make the money and it goes back to the prison. Worked pretty good. As we get closer to the gift shop, I say to my wife, honey, let me handle everything. I swear, don't say a word, because I got it covered. You know what's going to happen, huh? Well, as we open up the door, I see this guy behind the counter, hear a little bit of music stuff. He's got his hair slicked right back. On the side of his neck, in big letters, it says, F you. I say, hey dude, how you doing? And he looks up. It's Groundhog Day. And I go, it's Groundhog Day. Really? What's been going on, dude? Nice seeing you. Nice weather out, huh? Doesn't even look at me at that point. It's Groundhog Day. Laura, it's Groundhog Day. She's going, I'm going to handle this. So I'm walking around looking at things and stuff, going to buy it. And we're talking again for a little bit more. And so again, I say to him as we're walking around, hey, what a beautiful day. Isn't it nice out? And again, he says, hey, boss. Because that's what they call you in prison, boss. You're the boss. Look, it's Groundhog Day. So again, I'm looking at my wife, and by this time she has, guys, the look on the face, right? I'm starting to realize something's not right here. So we go through the whole deal, and as we say goodbye, we're leaving and stuff, I look over to my wife, and I'm thinking, she has this really strange look on her face. And again, she goes. So as we walk outside, I say to her, I didn't realize it was Groundhog Day. She goes, it's not Groundhog Day. It's a Bill Murray movie. It's the same thing that goes on every day. Well, why didn't you tell me this? She goes, because you told me that you take care of everything. And that's, you know, what you don't realize, that I didn't realize. I'm a pretty friendly guy. I'm not too shy. That you just can't go and go, hey, how you doing? Hey, Merry Christmas. How's the food here? Because it doesn't really work that way. So I have to be really careful of what I say. You can't tell jokes. You can't wear blue jeans, because blue jeans are the color, the cloth of the inmates. So when you go in, you can't wear shorts. You have to have like black pants, green pants, whatever, when you go into prison. to work with inmates. You can't wear blue. I was joking with Matt and one of his other as workers about wearing blue and red. I don't know what it's like in California or in Michigan, but in California, blue and red are the gang colors. You can't do that. So you have to be careful what you wear. You have to sign papers. You can't run. If you run in prison, they shoot you. Money. So these are some of the rules you have to abide by when you go inside San Quentin. It was amazing for me to be working in one of the oldest prisons in the United States, realizing that there are really no programs. Having that been said, I was the first guy that did some of these music programs. That was really fun for me to have guys go, hey, you're the first one, good luck. Good luck for what? Well, you're the first one. If you have any problems, blow the whistle. This little whistle, blow the whistle. You gotta be kidding me. That's gonna be great, huh? Blow the whistle. Or, here's a panic button. Panic button. Yeah, don't sit it down. Don't put it in your pocket. Otherwise, that goes off. We're gonna be in a lot of trouble here. So, of course, one of the inmates says, well, I'll hold on to it. So you have to be a little careful with this stuff. I'll do another one for you. People ask me, how did I get the title of the book? They called me the Guitar Man. How they got that, who knows? I went with it. Does everybody know what a shaman is? A shaman's kind of like a medicine man, very spiritual. I was also called a shaman when I went to San Quentin. So what would happen is, there's a place called the H Unit. H Unit is a prison inside of a prison. Maximum security. These guys will get out between 5 to 10 years. So they have to regroup them back in, so when they go back to society, they're not going to get upset and stab you over a bad meal, because that's what happens when you're in prison. Is it all intimidate, manipulate. So in that case, you have to be reprogrammed back out. So I would go to the H Unit, and there would be a gentleman that would always go, the guitar man's here. Music class will start in 10 minutes. And I'd hear that every week. So now I know 1,000 guys now know that Uncle Buzzy Martin's going to be walking through escorted. I have 2 officers on each side of me when I go through, because you never know what's going to happen. Anything can happen, and does in prisons. So, having that been said, as I was walking through, one of the guards, when they said, you know, this is one of the oldest parts in the prison. You see that catwalk up there, those guys? If anything ever happens there, my friend, just drop your guitar before they start shooting. Shooting? No. Well, just go ahead and just drop your guitar down. I said, I think I'll drop my guitar down and yell out, don't shoot! I'm the guitar man! Whoa. What a song. What a title. And that's how the little thing got started. So, as we go through the whole 3.5 years, what I did in order to write this book was I kept a little cassette tape, which my family, I called my Aunt Phyllis, from Phyllis Van Portley. And I would talk into this little tape player and tell all the stories, because I thought, man, I can't forget these. This is way crazy. And after 3.5 years, I wrote the book, sorry, Leo, by hand. I don't do computers, isn't that terrible? Don't do computers. So I wrote the book by hand, which was really, really amazing for me. And lo and behold, as it got more and more in depth, I realized that we had something very, very precious here that I could share with other people. And that's how this whole book got started.